So hello everyone, thank you for joining us today. I'm Renata Kalniūnienė, Marketing Project Manager at Softneta. I'm going to moderate this webinar, and it is dedicated, as you know, for MedDream integration into partner solutions. And today we have a case study of MDView platform. Speakers of this webinar are Vytautas Baublys, CEO and co-founder of Softneta, and our guest speaker, Tracy Amato, CEO and co-founder of MDView. And also, I want to remind you that this webinar is going to be recorded, and the recording will be sent in a few days with a presentation file also. And we have a question answers in the end of this webinar. So write your questions in the chat section during all the webinar. So we have agenda. First, Vytautas will speak about MedDream integration into partner solutions. Second, Tracy will present a Radiology second opinion service platform case study. Present the solution and demonstrate how MedDream works together with MDView platform. And in the end, we are going to answer to your questions. So let's start. Vytautas, could you please introduce our aim of webinar?
Many thanks, Renata. So I like to introduce new event, which Softneta will try to do quarterly. So this event will allow you to see some of our partner solutions, how our technology work in the products, in the workflows of our partners. And I'm very proud that Tracy Amato is a first speaker in this event. If you remember our last year, we had also tremendous success with Microsoft platform presentation, and this gives us idea that some of our partners and vendors which use our technology would like to know more about other companies. And maybe they could do some shortcuts in their business, finding each other and be more successful. So us as a company which provide for all of these partners technology would like to allow you to find each other during our webinars, discuss and maybe do joint business. So because already we have almost 400 companies which already integrated our technology in the products, services, and they provide these services to the hospital, clinics, or even governments. So maybe these companies could be interested in Tracy solution or others partners. So I also encourage every one of our partners which would like to share the product, the integration with all our partners network. So just to write us, suggest what you like to present for our audience, and we will organize with Renata next webinars in which we can present also your solution. So please understand that this will be continuous our work, trying to present all our partner solutions, which will accept it and which would like to be presented. So please try to understand what you can achieve, what collaborations you can find during these webinars. And now I'm leaving word to Tracy Amato, which today is most important speaker and which I know for many years, and I'm very proud that they selected our technology to be part of a tremendous solution, and best luck.
Okay,
thanks, Vytautas. Thank you, Vytautas. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. I'm Tracy Amato, CEO and founder of MDView. For the past 15 years, I've been focused on building platforms and building product strategy. We set out to build a really great platform to help patients have accessibility to top specialists. So we created the MDView platform to consider that patients need access to doctors, patients need access to top specialists from the comfort of home. And our platform is really versatile. It offers the opportunity to be easily configured into a wide variety of cases. And we chose MedDream and we chose Softneta because of the easy collaboration, the amazing way that we can integrate it exactly how we wanted within our platform. And our platform is a bit unique. And it was a very easy transition for us. So we're very happy to be working with MedDream. We're very happy with what we've built, and I'm excited to be showing it to you today. I guess let's go to the next slide, and I can talk a little bit about MDView. With MDView, we started our platform, building our platform from the ground up, completely custom. We created this software to allow for 3 distinctive workflows. We have a patient workflow, a practitioner workflow, and then also an administrative workflow. And our goal was to make it so that we have the utmost amount of collaboration and interoperability, so that we can modify our platform for various use cases that different organizations may need. But the very first service that we've launched on our platform is what we're going to be discussing today, and that is our Radiology Second Opinion service. So this service is built on top of the MDView platform. It has a very distinctive focus on radiology imaging, DICOM imaging. It uses a lot of the DICOM metadata and extracts that data to help the patient create their study. And then we also give the patient access to the imaging, the patient the easy ability to share their imaging with doctors and other people that they want to share their images with. And it gives the doctor a great resource to be able to log in, see the images, do an async report, so they can dictate their reporting directly into the MDView platform. And then we also give a unique opportunity for patients and radiologists to collaborate together in a video consultation so that they can learn more about their medical imaging and the doctor can explain further what the findings are. So we're kind of bridging that gap where patients and radiologists are usually separated from each other. Within the MDView platform, we're bringing them together so that the radiologist has the opportunity to explain directly to the patient what the findings are, and the patient has the opportunity to learn more. So we want to empower the patient not only with access to top specialists, but also with more information about their condition or what is seen in their imaging. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get started on showing you guys exactly how the platform works. So let's get started. Renata, can everybody see the screen?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and log in as a patient. We have a really smooth registration process that I already went through for the purpose of the demo. And when the patient logs in, they arrive at their patient dashboard. Now, we also give the opportunity to the patient to upload their imaging directly, or the patient can start the process and maybe skip upload and come back to it. They can mail the CD. We also offer the opportunity to the patient that we can reach out to that imaging center directly for them to be able to get the imaging on their behalf. The patient goes through the process. They choose how they're going to upload. Are they going to upload directly from the CD? Are they going to upload from maybe some files that they have on their computer? And they select the folder or they select the CD drive. We scan that folder, and for example, in this particular instance, this folder contained multiple different studies. So I'm just going to select a study and click upload. And now we are uploading the imaging. We are cloud-based, so those images are going directly to a secure folder within our AWS. The patient has the opportunity to also go ahead and upload additional medical records if they want, or they can go ahead and skip that step. We've read the DICOM metadata and extracted some pertinent information so that the patient doesn't have to go through that process. We identify what the body part procedure is, the modality, we pull out the study title. Here's where the patient gets to choose if they want to share it with a physician. So they can enter the physician name, email address, and phone. If they choose to do that, what happens is that physician is now going to get an invite to the MDView platform, where they're going to be able to see not only the medical imaging and all the medical records that the patient uploaded, but they'll also have the opportunity to view the images as well. So it's a great opportunity for image sharing. Here's a quick questionnaire we have the patient answered that just gives the radiologist a lot of information. We've had radiologists report to us that this step just gives them so much more guidance on what's going on with the patient as opposed to traditional workflows when you're doing primary reads or final reads and you have very little information. So this has been a benefit to the radiologists. And here what we're doing is we're using a combination of the study data that we've extracted from the DICOM imaging, and we're matching it to our network of independent specialty radiologists. So MDView has partnered with multiple radiology groups, teleradiology groups that have licensure across many states in the United States. And those radiologists are granted privileges based on their expertise and based on their licensure and based on a number of different qualifications. And then once we invite a radiologist to our platform, they then come in and they can select from their granted privileges, they get to select their preferences and narrow down what kinds of studies they're going to accept. I'll go into that a little bit further when we head over to the radiologist workflow. But here, from that study, we've identified that there's 9 radiologists in this platform that match this study. And then the patient can choose from a variety of different add-ons. So they can expedite their report, which gives them the finalized report within 24 hours or less. They can choose to upload prior imaging exams where they can continue uploading additional studies that they want the radiologist to review for comparison reasons. They can choose to book the video consultation now if they absolutely know that they want to speak with that radiologist once they get their finalized report. Then we also offer a subscription where users can upload all of their studies. They can upload all of their medical imaging and medical records and use the MDView platform as a means to share their imaging and easy access for sharing to future specialists and future doctors, and also as a good repository to store all their or their family's imaging. The platform also offers us the opportunity, based on a different study data, that we can add multiple new products based on the patient's state, based on patient country, based on the study data. So if we're offering additional things like some CAD or some additional reading AI, we can integrate those products in here depending on what the study data was. Going to the next screen, this will present the user with all of the doctors that are available for this particular study. They can get an idea of the doctor's reporting schedule when they're coming in to do their reads and whether or not that doctor offers video consultations and what that schedule is. They select their first and second choice doctor, unless, of course, they've chosen to expedite. And then if they choose to expedite their report, the MDView platform is going to automatically assess of the eligible physicians for this particular study who has the most time and availability within the time window. And then that doctor is automatically chosen and notified that it is an expedited study. Clicking next, this is where they check out. We have full promo code integration. So if we're offering any specials, or if somebody who's licensing the platform wants to offer, special discounts or free reads to certain patients, they can do so. And then the patient checks out. Once the payment is processed and the study has been submitted, it automatically gets assigned to the doctor. So the patient's purpose right now is complete, although even though I just submitted this study, now that I have submitted it, I as the patient have access to my DICOM images. And so what we've done here is we've actually created different configurations for patients versus doctors versus administrators. So for our version of the MedDream Viewer, which you can obviously see that we've put our logo and we've been able to customize the colors. For the patients, we give them very few tools. We don't give the patients the ability to annotate. We just didn't want to overcomplicate the viewer for them. We wanted to create a simplistic viewer that just allows them the opportunity to look at their imaging and to see, what their imaging looks like. Just gives them easy access without the overcomplication of additional tools. Now that the patient has submitted their study, they're just waiting for that radiologist to complete the report. So I'm going to hop over to the radiologist experience. Oops, pardon me. Here we go. And so when the radiologist logs in, we identify what kind of contact they are, and we automatically present the doctor workflow, which is different from what the patient sees when they log in. So here they have a prioritized work list where we have configurations in the back end of our platform that allow us to identify how these studies get prioritized. They can see which studies have just been assigned, which ones have upcoming video consultations, and which they've completed. And so from their assigned studies, they can even unassign a study from themselves if they need to for any particular reason. They can come into the study. Let's go into this one. And here is where they can see all of the information the patient submitted, just some information about the study. This is their reporting area where they can dictate into. They can open the viewer. And now here we have the doctor version of our viewer. So you can see that we have far more tools available. Really, I cannot say enough how our doctors have responded to the MedDream Viewer. One of our biggest fears when we were launching this platform is that these are independent radiologists. They are not used to the MDView platform. They're used to their own packs that they read in and day out. And so for asking a radiologist to deviate from their workflow and come into another system that they're not in all day, every day, was something that we had apprehension about. We were nervous about how radiologists were going to react to that. And I can say we have many radiologists coming into this platform, and it's just been an overwhelming response of how easy and natural the MedDream Viewer is for them. We've been told by multiple radiologists it's really slick, really easy to use, just a complete natural change from pace. So when you're asking a radiologist to move into something they're just not accustomed to hear that kind of feedback was so overwhelmingly positive, because it really eased our fears of that one step of having a radiologist go into something that they're not used to, and it just was a very natural transition for these rads. So we're really happy with the feedback that we've been getting from the radiologists about how easy to use the MedDream Viewer is. So the radiologist would simply come in here, they dictate their report on their findings. If they had priors, they would be able to see those priors, and they can click open all studies. And in that instance, we would open the viewer, the MedDream Viewer, with all of the studies that the patient had submitted, the main study and the priors that the patient uploaded themselves. Once the doctor is done with their report, they go ahead and sign it. We actually hold it for about 15 minutes for the radiologist to reopen the study if they need to for any particular reason. They can come back in here and reopen the study. Otherwise, once those 15 minutes are complete, we will release the study to the patient. And the patient would be able to log into their platform. They'll get a notification. They'll see that the study is ready, and they have the choice at that time to also order a video consultation should the radiologist support it. And if the radiologist supports the video consultations, they're performed directly within the platform. We built a telehealth component to the MDView platform so that the patient can easily select from the doctor's availability and see the days and times the doctor is available for a video consult. And all they have to do is order that consult, select from a time, and then conduct the video consultation directly within the platform. And the great part about that video consultation is that the radiologists are also opening the MedDream Viewer and they're showing the patient in a live video consult, this is the area of interest and this is how it's changed from your priors. So it's a great opportunity for the patient to really understand what the radiologist is seeing and to get that knowledge that they wouldn't have otherwise. So now that we've gone through the doctor and the patient workflow, I'm just going to take you really quick into our backend just to show a few things. So this is where we would configure our doctors and grant them privileges. And actually, before I go there, let me just show you quickly. When a doctor is invited to the platform, as I had mentioned earlier, they do have the opportunity to come in here and to set their preferences. And so this is what we're using to help match the doctor to the study. So in here we have our preferences. We've obviously granted them privileges of what subspecialties they're allowed to read and where their licensed states are. And then the doctor chooses from the granted subspecialties which ones they are accepting, what modalities they're willing to read. And then they, based on their subspecialty, they get to see a full list of all of the body parts and procedures that are associated to the subspecialties, and they can choose the individual modalities that they'll read. So, for example, a radiologist might be willing to read abdominal CT in our platform, but they don't want to read MRI abdominals. So they have the option to select exactly what kind of study. They're in control within our platform of what they're going to read and what they want to accept as studies from MDView. And then here's our administrator panel. This is where we invite the doctors. This is where we can review the studies. This is where we can set products. And this is also where we can monitor and manage the studies that are submitted. So the studies that I just submitted are here within the back end, and the administrator can come in and they can open the viewer as the patient. They can open the viewer as the administrator. They can open the viewer as the doctor. And you can see just how fast all of this works for our integration. So they can come in here and they can, see how the doctor's seeing, if the doctor's reporting an issue, if the patient saying they can't see the imaging, if there's any type of issue, the administrator has the opportunity to come into the back end and they can manage that all from the MDView administrator panel. In regards to our integration with the viewer, we are hosted on AWS, as I had mentioned earlier. So we are taking advantage of the MedDream S3 plugin, and we create JSON outputs as part of that integration so that everything's laser fast. It's really a fast opportunity to get the images loaded quickly. And the doctors have reported to us that the even large studies are loading very quickly within the platform. We also have just one other thing within the platform is our messaging and communication channels. If the doctor wants to communicate with the MDView team, if the patient wants to communicate with the MDView team, we have multiple opportunities where they can submit questions, or they can have a chat area where they can initiate communication. And this works very much like an email thread where MDView support can respond to the patient. From the back end, we have an entire help center integrated where we can manage all tickets. That's the ticket I just submitted, and the team can respond back and have communication. And so right now, the way that the MDView Radiology Second Opinion Service works, this is configured so that we just have doctor to admin communication and admin to patient communication. However, we have the opportunity to also open that up to allow doctor-to-patient communication or even doctor-to-doctor communication in the future. So our goal of building the platform is to make it as versatile as possible, to allow customization in use cases where people want to license our platform, but for different uses or for perhaps for different workflows. In some instances, we could potentially ingest the images as opposed to allowing the patient to upload, and then the patient would come in and use the platform. In other instances, the patient might not have any need to use the platform with the exception of conducting a video consultation or having access to their imaging. So there's a lot of use cases. The Radiology Second Opinion service is just the very first product that was launched on the platform, but we're really excited to be able to reconfigure the platform for various use cases like peer-to-peer consults or peer-to-peer collaboration, patient portal use cases, virtual health use cases. The sky's the limit. But one of the most important components that we're really pleased with is the fact that we have the MedDream Viewer integrated tightly within the platform. There's virtually no medical condition that doesn't involve some aspect of DICOM imaging or radiology imaging, and we're just so happy with the level of integration, the ability to customize how we integrated with the viewer, and the future is very bright. We are very excited about next steps and next phases and a very long-term relationship with MedDream. And that concludes my presentation of the platform.
Thank you, Tracy. Very nice presentation. If we don't need to add anything, so I can go to the
Maybe
questions.
Tracy, you can also show your website where people could find shortly your company. Of course, later on we will show your contacts, but maybe just to show shortly where is your website located, where maybe not only the users, patients or doctors could find, but also some other companies could find some more information about your
Absolutely.
company.
Yeah. So if you navigate to mdview.com, mdview.com, here's where you can get an overview of the various solutions that we offer for directly to patients, to employers, or our platform in general. You can learn more about all of our patient services, the radiology second opinions, telehealth video consults, expedited second opinion services. And then you can easily come to the app and you can create and register your own account. You can I welcome anybody on the call today to please feel free to log in, create an account, upload an imaging exam, and you too can see how the platform works. It's open to anybody. We are only matching patients from specific areas to radiologists at this time, but once you're registered, if we don't currently support your location and we open up to your location, you'll receive an automatic notification letting you know that we're now accepting patients in your area. But yeah, I welcome anybody on the call today to, or anybody watching this to please register, go try out the platform and take a look at what we've built.
Yes, many thanks. So I believe this also was good addition to your presentation, so people could know how to find your contacts, how to communicate with your company, and get all needed information and start from where your collaboration. So Renata, now we're going to question section.
The presentation?
Yes. Now we go into question section.
Okay, so I'm going to read the questions, and Vytautas and Tracy are going to answer. Is it possible the integration by Instance UID and the integration by patient ID at the same time?
Yes, of course, it's possible. It's possible to do various different integrations, even custom integrations, as Trace already mentioned. So our technology is built in that way that we can create a custom plugins for each vendor which like to use and integrate and create various workflows using a MedDream product. So definitely it's possible to use several parameters in the integration, but most common way of usage is defining which is parameter the most important, or instance UID or patient ID, and trying to match two of them together during the opening. It's more rare case, and this probably will need some configuration and unique plugin for our product.
Okay, thank you. Another one, secondary capture export from ECG and other modality types.
Yes, so secondary capture is possible also to be done on the ACG, and export is also possible to DICOM format. But if you like export as an image, in this case you would need to create secondary capture and then export the ACG. So this would be solution.
Okay, another one is for Tracy. On what cloud infrastructure is MDView white label solution available?
We went with AWS. AWS is the Amazon Web Services is offering a lot with DICOM images. They've started a new initiative for DICOM image sharing, as opposed to the movement of DICOM images, instead granting access. So there's a lot of movement on AWS that's focused right now on DICOM imaging. So that was why we went with AWS.
But maybe, Trace, I can rephrase a little bit the question. So in my opinion, the question is about, is MDView would consider possibility to rebrand your product and to help our vendor to deploy like own solution of MDView, or you just focusing on your MDView platform, and you say we will not allow to rebrand, we will not allow to have own installations of your solution?
No, we're very interested in, our whole goal of building this platform was to allow the eventual use of white label, of rebranding, of customization. We're heading that way, and we're excited to be able to offer organizations the opportunity to take the MDView platform, take what we've built, rebrand it for their own colors, logos, even cutting out maybe pieces of the workflow. But yeah, that's our main goal. We want to be able to lend our platform to others so that they can use what we've built for their own personal use case.
Thanks. It's clear.
Okay, thank you. Another one, how to keep a log of logins with a minimal information, host, OS, etc. It's for you, Vytautas, yes?
No, it's actually for Tracy, because it speaks about the informational system, but I believe this is very technical question and it's not topic of today discussion. I believe it's better you will write such technical detailed questions about like the logs or detailness of logs. Of course, for the Tracy Amato email, and she could discreetly answer to each interesting, because probably this is some sort of information which could be not for public, I believe. What is your opinion?
Yeah, feel free to email me, info@mdview.com, if that question was towards the MDView platform, and I'll be happy to answer it.
Yeah, we have contacts in the slide. Everybody can see. Okay, another one. Where is MDView platform working currently? Does MDView have any CE certification?
So the MDView platform currently, the only service that has been launched on it to date is the Radiology Second Opinion service. That service is currently being offered to patients in the US. We've spoken with doctors around the world who've wanted to also be able to accept patients through the platform as well. As far as CE certification, the viewer is what is CE certified, and I know that the MedDream Viewer does hold CE certification. The platform itself does not hold a CE certification because the platform itself is not being used for diagnostic purposes. The viewer is the diagnostic element of the platform.
Okay, another one.
So maybe I will comment and also rephrase the question to Tracy. So as far as understood, so the diagnostical elements like viewer is fully certified because I know it's Softneta product which is certified for FDA CE marks, and it's certified in Europe as a class 2B. In the USA is class 2A product. So, but as far as I understand, your platform is legal to use in most of the world. Of course, where is our product registered as a diagnostical tool? So because it's mainly informational system.
Yes, correct. And we obviously take the utmost care and importance to focus on security. We built this platform from day one, knowing that we needed to maintain the tightest bit of security throughout our platform. And so we take security very seriously. But in terms of the actual diagnostic element, there's no diagnostic element within our platform, with the exception of the MedDream Viewer.
Correct.
Okay.
Please, Renata, proceed.
How is the integration carried out to save the annotation in your own SQL database?
Maybe I will comment a little bit more on this, and in more details, of course, you can always ask our support and our support help. So actually, when you save some annotations in the MedDream sends it back to the backend using DICOM communication through a secure channel back, and when it's stored back in the same folder where is case located. So next time you open, it automatically loads all annotations and all comments. So this is the simplified explanation, but more in details how to configure all elements of a system. Definitely you would need our integration team assistance.
Okay, don't hesitate to contact us.
Yes.
So I'm reading another one, yeah?
Yes.
So another one is demonstrating the workflow of MDView platform with MedDream Viewer. So we already did that. Another one, teleconsultation platform, not only for radiology department.
I think that's for me. So yes, our platform can very easily be converted to not just a radiology focused platform. The Radiology Second Opinion service obviously kicks off the workflow with the uploading of the DICOM imaging, which allows for the workflow to be a very smooth process for the patient. But there's no requirement that be the sole use case of the platform. And so yes, we can definitely enable a teleconsultation opportunity that is separate from just a radiology focused platform.
So it means that you can easily add cardiology, ACG, ultrasound, endoscopy, or any other data which is DICOM related to be consulted.
Correct. Or it could be non-DICOM related, and the DICOM could just be a supported element within the platform in itself, and it could be used more for a virtual care needs. It really just depends on the organization's needs and what they were looking to use.
Yes.
Okay. Another one, if I already use the MedDream Viewer, how can I use the MDView knowing that it also uses the MedDream Viewer? And how can we integrate the MDView with RIS PACS systems?
Okay, so I think based on that first question, I don't know if that's a licensing question.
So maybe Tracy, I will try also to rephrase how I understood. So this company is already a user of MedDream. So they asking, of course, more how the solution which you're producing could be integrated with a solution. The licensing we need to put aside because, of course, if it's more installations of MedDream, they will buy the licenses from Softneta. It's more about the MDView. Is it possible to be integrated in the RIS?
Yes,
is it we already answered it before, but they can deploy even on own Amazon infrastructure. But please comment it more in details. How is your vision? How other company like this company, they are producing PACS system RIS, as I understood, and they would like to be adding your portal as a sub-product to the portfolio.
Yes, so I think that really depends on what exact configuration you're looking for. We're very open to being able to support a workflow that would be beneficial to you. What I envision that you're asking is that can a patient upload the study and the study go directly to your PACS so that the viewer that you're loading when you're opening a study in MDView is your version and your configuration of the viewer. And I think that's just open to discussion. I think we just need to understand the workflow that you're trying to achieve and find a way that we can work together to make it what you want it to be. But, I think that's the whole point of our platform.
But Tracy, probably in general, such collaboration starts from joint calls, so where architects of both solutions make a joint call on the integration, draw the architecture and scheme, and based on that, the both teams know how much effort is to integrate your solution into the final product. So, in my opinion, but we saw everyone on during your presentation is fully HTML5 technology, so it means it could smoothly integrate to any application or web app. So and you can do single on. So but people could smoothly move from one platform to another. So it is basically the efforts needed from the both solutions architects to discuss and communicate and then arrange all the integrations. But the company, I understood, is ready to collaborate and discuss and find the ways how the product could be integrated.
Correct. We're very interested in finding more ways to allow for better interoperability between systems. So that is definitely a goal, is to be able to collaborate, to be able to accommodate and be flexible.
Okay, I'm switching to another slide to the questions.
But maybe Renata, you can highlight a little bit also the contacts for our colleagues and say that these contacts will be sent to all participants as a part of presentation. Yes.
Yeah, we have contacts in these slides next to the questions. So as I'm sending presentation to all the attendees with their video recordings, so we will definitely have those contacts.
And plus, if you will not find MDView contacts, please write to Softneta. Softneta definitely will introduce to Tracy each of interest.
Yes, of course. If you're already contacting your sales manager at Softneta, so we are ready to help you. So these questions we got during webinar. The first one, is this platform termed as SAMD?
Software as a medical device, yeah.
Yes, and does it need regulatory approvals?
So just to be clear, I don't know about the regulatory approvals across worldwide. In terms of software as a medical device, I don't know exactly where you're located or what the regulations are there. For the most part, and in my experience with our platform is not considered software as a medical device because the platform in itself is an uploading and image sharing platform, whereas the diagnostic element of the platform is once again the MedDream Viewer. So to my knowledge, depending on where you're located, I think that just send me an email and let's explore together. But we are very open to getting any certifications that are necessary for use cases outside of the US and in other areas.
Okay, thank you. And we got some questions about related to Canada market.
Mm-hmm.
Are images of Canadian patients stored in Canada?
So if this is regarding using the MDView platform for your own purpose, and wanting to use the workflows that MDView is providing for your organization, we can always store and point the images to be stored in areas, in any area. That's one of the beauties of AWS, is that we do have those kinds of controls, and we can choose where we're going to be storing the images. But it really all depends on what your configuration purposes are or needs.
Yes, and I like to comment a little bit more about Canadian. So Softneta already started Canadian registration. So we're planning to fulfill all requirements till the end of the year and have Canadian certificates for diagnostical approvals. As already Tracy mentioned, we're not performing actions for Canada, but also if it would be the case that you like to build some Canadian platform, so for interested, so you could wait till the end of the year, Softneta will have all needed registrations for diagnostic in Canada.
Okay, so I'm going to continue because we got 3 questions from the same attendee.
Yes.
Are these reading services covered by insurance in Canada?
So for the MDView Radiology Second Opinion Service, that is a patient self-pay no matter where we're offering it. And currently we're only offering it to select states in the United States, but it's a self-pay service.
And another one, is MedDream Viewer, does MedDream Viewer support offered by Softneta or MDView company?
So if this is in regards to if your organization was going to use the MDView platform for your own use cases, the MDView team would offer you the support of the viewer, and we would help you configure it and help you have, for the Radiology Second Opinion service, as I had demonstrated, we have different versions of the viewer based on a patient or a doctor or an admin. If in your use case you wanted a different setup, we would be able to help support that configuration for you.
Okay, I'm going to next question. Does the viewer support hanging protocols for mammogram modality?
Yes, it supports, and I recommend for you to watch our last 2 video recordings on YouTube channel, where we introduce new versions, and upcoming version will have also significant improvement in hanging protocols, and most of these hanging protocol improvements is made for mammo. So also we add in CAD support, not only hanging protocols, and we expect that till autumn our existing technology will be professional mammo viewing technology for all kinds of mammo diagnostic. Now we already covered by all certificates, but it's not so smooth. At this point, some manual work of doctor needed, but we expect till autumn to cover all workflows for full automatization of mammo diagnostic.
I want to add that if you subscribe to our newsletter, so you will get the newsletter with our new releases, so all the news you will know first. The last question, can the patient's treating physician download on their own computer the DICOM images via patient uploaded to MDView to keep said images in the patient's medical record at their medical clinic? How long are images retained on MDView servers?
So to answer the first question, as the platform exists today, or as the radiology second opinion service that exists today, currently the doctors do not have the ability to download the images. But if they were an invited doctor to the platform by the patient, those images are available to them indefinitely. They'll be able to load them in the MedDream Viewer. They'll be able to see and access the images straight from their own MDView account. So let's say there was a physician who had multiple MDView patients who shared images. That one physician would be able to log in and they'd be able to see all of their patients' records within their own version of the MDView platform, and they'd be able to open the viewer and have access to the images at any point. That's not to say that if an organization required us to include a download option for any shared doctor or even for the radiologist to be able to download the images and store them on their own computer, we could easily make that an opportunity for them, but the current implementation of the platform doesn't support that today. And yes, the images at present, if it's a study that a patient has submitted to the radiologist and the radiologist has performed the read, those images today are stored indefinitely.
Okay, thank you. We got one more question. Will mammogram also support Thomas?
Correct. This is already supporting.
It's already, yep.
Yeah, this is already supporting and very nicely supporting. But new hanging protocols will allow you to even create more smooth workflows.
And I can vouch for the fact that we've had Tomos come in through the MDView platform, and the viewer loads them beautifully.
Thank you. So I see these are all the questions. So I'm switching to the last slide, where I put just some tips where you can find more information about integration. We have docs and API page on Softneta website. So if you need more information about integration, we have some videos and integration types also here. And we have in the same page docs and API the archive for technical trainings and webinars. So also this webinar, recording of this webinar will be also put in this page. So if you are interested to know more, check these pages. Also, we put all video recordings on our YouTube channel, so you are welcome to subscribe and see latest videos also. And of course, you will get this recording by email. You register it. And the last but not the least, Softneta is attending next week ECR exhibition in Vienna, so you are welcome to visit our booth 202. And if you need more information or you have more questions, please contact us by the email info@softneta.com or visit our website.
Yes, many thanks, Renata, for organizing this event. As usual, it was very smooth, and of course, the biggest star of today is Tracy, which did amazing work presenting everything in such smooth way, and mainly on time as usual. So everyone can respect Tracy feeling of time, and we see what we 55-1. So it's mean we exactly on time, and I hope that this first event was very successful. I see by attendees at some point it was 60 people joined our call, so it was really seems was interesting for people, and the questions was really good. So many thanks, Tracy, for your time, for your willingness of sharing with all our audience your product. It was beautiful to see how long you already did the path and helping doctors and patients.
Thank you, Vytautas. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Renata. Really appreciate having your time today. And I look forward to hearing some more questions from you guys. Feel free to reach out.
See you all
Yes.
in Vienna.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day. See you. Bye.